Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. And today I'm going to be doing a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout, but I have no picture. So I'm just gonna create the layout and then at some point in my life find a perfect picture that's gonna go in the page. I have no idea which one to use, so I'm just gonna get started. But I wanted to show you what the inspiration for this layout is. So basically, I still have a ton of scraps. Those little pieces that I want to continue to use, not be wasteful. So we're going to create essentially a layout inspired by this. So let me show you my art page. You guys, I think I shared this one, and I may or may not have a video of how I did it. So this was the original, and I love the way that it came out, that eventually I created a second version inspired by this layout, which was this one right here. I know you can't tell because the picture's in front of it, but there's a bunch of scraps, different sizes, different colors. They're still in the pastel family, but just different sizes, different colors. And then whereas this one, I unified them with the yellow crayon color. This one, I unified it with that paste. That green paste that I showed you and the stencil. So I want to create almost like a third version of these two, but I'm gonna do it in a 12 by 12 page. And again, the reason for that is because, so I have a white 12 by 12 cardstock here. And the reason for that is because look how many like small random pieces that I have, and instead of being wasteful, I want to create something like give it a purpose basically. So we'll use that and that. So that's the idea for this video. I'm just trying to get you guys inspired so you guys can not throw away your scraps and use them any way you can. Like I said, any size. You don't have to have them straight cut unless you want to. You can just play around. So what I'm going to do is I am going to kind of go through here. I'll probably honestly speed up the video. I'm going to go through here, sort all the scraps that I want to use, and kind of have them in one order, and then I'll come back and show you guys how we're going to unify all of that to create a really pretty background for our 12 by 12 scrapbook page. So like I said, you guys, I'm going to switch you guys over to speed mode. I'm honestly going to be putting on maybe a movie or something and just kind of enjoy my time putting the pieces together. And then if I feel like I need to point out a specific step or idea, then I'll come back and talk to you guys about it. So we'll see you guys at the end. I am just eyeballing probably like 1/2 inch, and I'm going very lightly with my pencil. I think that I may want to sew around it. So I kind of want the scraps of paper focus in the middle. Or if I don't sew around it, then I'm going to do the pen. You guys know how I like to do the outlines with a pen. So we'll see. But I just wanted to tell you guys that I am going to create an outline, and I'm going to try to center all the scraps within the outline. So okay, back to speed mode you go, you guys. So I'm going to begin by playing around with the paper scraps, and I am going to be trimming, moving, playing around. Honestly, this is very time consuming, but it almost feels like you're building a quilt with paper, if that makes sense. That's what I think of when I'm doing this type of backgrounds. I am going to be using glued stick because I want to be able to move it, to lift it. So I think this is the best thing that I could use that's gonna honestly allow me to have movement. And we're just gonna go like that and then try to overlay some of them as well. Now that the background is put together, I'm going to be bringing over the oil crayons, and I decided to use both the light orange and the yellow, but eventually I kind of focus on the yellow more. I think the yellow and the green of the paste is really going to complement each other. So at some point I stopped using the orange crayon, and if you notice, for this layout I didn't bring in water. I just used my finger to kind of give it friction so that it creates almost like a darker shadow without the water reactivating it. I don't know if reactivating is the right word. Reacting, without the water reacting with the crayon. So so yeah, just using my finger and going to create colored shadows all throughout the paper in different, honestly there's no method, you guys, just wherever you see like a little bit where it's blank, or there's enough space that it doesn't have color in there, that's where what I'm doing. This background, I ended up using the Tim Holtz lace stencil, and I also ended up using the paste. It was the same paste that I used in the previous video. This one is by Moda Scrap, and it is in the color apple green. And going to continue, like I said, honestly, you guys, I don't overthink this. I just kind of put it wherever I see that there's an empty space that needs to be filled, and that's the same thing that I'm doing with the stencil and the paste. Just kind of seeing where it could use some. I know that whenever I do find a picture to go in here, it's going to cover some or most of it, so that's why I'm not too worried or focused on where I'm putting it. Hey guys, this is still leftover scrap, so I'm just gonna throw it back in here, and I'm gonna figure out another project to do, or just leave it for whatever other, put it in my scrap drawer that I have. This is pretty dry already. I ended up using that green paste to create these sort of flowers for the background, and now I am off to hunt a good picture. But before I do that, I feel like I should sew it. So I do have my other little thing here, and I could use this one or the yellow. No, I have too much yellow, so let's use that pink to sew all the way around. And basically, you guys know that I don't have a sewing machine, so I am going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to get a needle and hand sew it, but I'm trying to find my needles, which I have right here, and then we can decide whether we'll use some ribbon. Maybe not. I still want to use the ribbon for something, so let's get the middle one because it's the biggest. I don't know if sewing's gonna do the job, but I almost feel like I just want to do the black pen, but what if that doesn't work? So okay, so we're gonna get started. I'm not gonna pre-punch the holes. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of start, or maybe I should pre-punch the holes. It would be easier for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do that first. So I'm gonna speed up through this process, you guys. It's just one piece of cardstock, so it's not gonna take me too much. And I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing. Alright guys, I have sewed, I know you can barely see it, but it's all over on all four sides. And I think that the picture I'm going to use for this layout is this one right here of my baby girl. And now I'm just going to create the background for it. Nothing too strong because we want the focus to be not only the picture, but the background. So I'm gonna trim this just a tad to remove some of that green. This is 2018. So I gotta make sure I annotate that. Okay, and then let's figure out what background we're going to use. Okay, let's see what kind of other pieces we can add to this. Alright guys, so here is the final look of our layouts. Sorry I put you guys back on speed mode, but I was just talking to my mom and I was like, okay, let me finish the decoration because this layout took a long time. Mostly it was me waiting for the paste to dry, and then because I hand sewed the entire all four sides, so it did take a little bit. But I think I'm gonna leave it as it is. I just added some paper on the background, the dolly, the tag, a butterfly, and then the title of the page. I wanted, oh, and a little puffy heart sticker there. But I wanted to, honestly, I was playing around with embellishments because I feel like I needed to add something up here. But I was getting too worked up about the embellishment, so I just decided to keep it simple and let the background speak for itself. I'm happy that I found a picture of Adriana. Her dress is those pastel spring colors because this was a spring of 2018, a school picture, and I just thought that the colors of her dress went really well. I'm glad that, honestly, I have another layout that I could put away and one less picture to work on. So this is gonna be it for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. More importantly, I hope that you guys realize that you could create a beautiful background with your scraps in different sizes of pieces. And if you don't have the paste, don't worry, use the crayons. You guys have seen basically the initial inspiration for this. So this one, I didn't necessarily use a crayon, or if I did, you can't really see it because I used such a pale one. So for this one, I ended up using the paste as the unification tool, or the unification item, something. You guys know what I mean. That unified all the papers. And then for this one, I ended up using the yellow crayon to unify the whole pages, or the whole art page. So for this one, I wanted to mix both of them combined, and this is what it looked like, or what it ended up looking like, if you guys can see. So Anyways, more than anything, I know I'm just repeating myself, but more than anything, I want you guys to not get rid of your scraps. You saw the different pieces that I have and how you can put them together and create a beautiful background. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.